Okay, you know, you always worry about these games because you wonder about, you know, how serious your team's going to take the opponent, you know, nerves, jitters, and then with this group, especially with so many young guys and new guys, you know, we're a little concerned, and really give Corban a ton of credit for playing their tails off, and they're shorthanded. They're missing some of their best players, and we had a couple of guys on our team on a pitch count. That's why some of the minutes were where they were. But all in all, I really love the level of intensity this group came out with from the start. We really set the tone. And then second half, we were a little too flat coming out, and we allowed them to get some confidence going. But, you know, great out of the gate effort. And we told the guys this early, we don't expect them to be able to play their best 40 minutes yet, but we can make sure that we're playing our tails off and playing our way for 40 minutes. So that's something that we'll take from this. But really, really proud of our guys. We did a lot of really good things out there on both ends.
Questions?
Wayne, given the amount of new guys, you know, either freshmen or guys even like Kendall and Dane playing for their first time, did you expect jitters, and kind of, if so, how did you try to remedy that so they came out with that intensity?
Yeah, we did talk, because we saw it last week in our private scrimmage, but what we talked about before the game to those guys, that if they felt nerves, just the way to remedy it is by playing your tail off, right? Being really intense with your effort and then communicating. Then it's amazing when you do those things. The antenna goes up and all of a sudden the nerves and pressure dissipate. So I thought they did good. I mean, we just talked about it in the locker room. Kendall hasn't played in a couple years. Dane hasn't played in 3.5. You know, we just brought Matty Dolan back. So, you know, it was fun in the locker room to share some of those things. And this is a good group of guys right now, and we just got to stay humble and stay hungry and keep getting better from day to day.
Corey, going off that, how were your nerves being out there for the first time?
Yeah, definitely what Coach said, just being out there for the first time, a little jitters, but if you're going hard, you're not really thinking about being nervous. You just want to do the right thing and just go hard for your team.
Wayne, would you assess just Trace's ability out there, his first time back to the wild?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've seen it a time or two here early on where he's just pressing. He thinks he's back to where he was last February, and he's got to stay patient. But I thought he did some really good things defensively all over the floor, had some really good passes. I thought made some good decisions, and then, you know, a couple times he probably got out of rhythm and made a couple tough decisions. You know, that last charge, I don't think he saw what was ahead of him, and then we said, you know, if you ran the floor a little wider, got a little wider, you might see the floor better. But all in all, I thought he did some good things, and it was great to see that he brought, you know, his best characteristic is how hard he plays, and I thought he showed that.
Wayne, what were you hoping to see and accomplish tonight with your team, and do you felt like you got that?
Number one was the level of intensity we need to play with. And then I wanted to see really good teamwork. And that's from the guys subbing in, subbing out, sprinting on, sprinting off, standing up from the bench, right, all that sort of thing. We told our guys before the game those were really going to be the main measuring sticks. And I thought they passed with flying colors. The chemistry was really, really good. When it got a little bit out of control, I thought we kind of dipped away from the team deal a little, but all in all, it was great. They were supporting each other, and I thought for maybe most of the 40 minutes, our guys really, really played hard.
You talked about Trace there, but with Stevie and with Drew, have you seen those guys pick up their games this year?
Yeah, Stevie and Drew, not only have they picked up their games, but I think they've really matured mentally too. Stevie has really, really welcomed being more than a one-trick pony, a guy that can shoot and score, making plays for his teammates. And what we've been telling him from last year is that's going to make him that much more dangerous because now they don't know how to guard him. If he gets by somebody, he's able to find the open guy, so they might not be so willing to help. And he's really, really bought into that defensively. He's really come a long ways with our rules and the way we do things. And then Big Drew, same thing. I mean, gosh, the wind might have changed direction in the Coliseum last year, and he gets upset. He's really grown up that way, where he lets things kind of roll off his back, way more mature. You see offensively, he's gotten more gifted. And you know, we just got to continue to work on. I think he had some nerves because he's been really good conditioning wise, and he looked like he got a little tired. And I think it was probably more nerves. But he's come a long way, and I'm really happy with his maturity as well as Stevie's. And then Shea, let's not forget Shea missed 5 or 6 months in the offseason with shoulder surgery. He's only been out there for what, guys, 3 weeks, maybe 4? And he did some really good things, and I thought G did some really good things, especially in the first half, rebounding and defending. So we'll take some good stuff, but then certainly I'm sure we'll be able to identify some areas we need to improve as well.
And Jabari, right now, what part of your game are you really hoping to improve on the most?
Yeah, I think just being more aggressive on the defensive end and the offensive end, just going hard the whole time, not being casual with the ball, making silly mistakes, just going hard and being crisp the whole game.
And Stevie, how would you assess the team's performance tonight and just kind of shaking some rust off?
I think we did a good job of playing together, especially in the first half. We're really looking for each other and playing for each other out there. We just got to work on putting that together for a full game for both halves and playing hard the whole time.
Stephen, Ja'Cory's kind of going through what you were going through last year right now. What kind of advice would you give him on going into the season?
Probably just trust the system, trust what Coach Tinkle and the coaching staff is saying, and buy in and listen to all their teaching points.